Hi everyone, welcome to Health 219 Women's Health. I wanted to introduce myself and talk to you a little bit about the class and how to be successful. So as your professor, I wanted to let you know that I have a master's certification as a health education specialist. I have over 30 years of experience. I've taught in K through 12 classrooms. I was an AIDS education prevention facilitator in the 1980s. I coordinated a worksite wellness program for an organization that had over 10,000 employees. I've been an assistant principal. I designed and coordinated health career programs at a community college. I've been an administrator at that college, and now I'm a professor or an instructor at Towson University. I have both my bachelor's and master's degree in health education. I performed doctoral studies in women's health and human sexuality at College Park, and I most recently finished my master's degree, a second master's degree in instructional technology and course design. A little bit about me. I have a pool in my backyard. I try to go swimming as much as possible. This one photograph to the right is from Rocky Point. It's a place in eastern Baltimore County. It's on the water, and that's there to represent I love anything on the water. I think it's very peaceful. And I used to ride my bike all the time, but I have a slight neck injury, and I'm waiting to see if I'm going to be able to continue to ride my bike. If not, I'll have to pick up a different exercise like walking or possibly jogging. So, welcome to Women's Health. We're going to look at women's health issues in a very broad way. We're going to look at something called social determinants of health, and they fall into 5 categories. And the reason why we're going to look at social determinants of health is that if you address the social determinants of health, in reality, you address more than one women's health issue at a time. So, those issues are environment or built environment, access to quality education, economic stability, community context, and access to health care. So the way I've set up this course is I'm going to allow you to dictate where we go because you will each choose a specific topic of interest to you where you will spend most of your time reading throughout the semester. And at the end of the semester, you'll be able to share what you've learned with other people in the class so that we all learn from each other. Yet, you still get to focus most of your time and energy on what's most interesting to you. Unit 1 will be history and background of women's health, introduction of social determinants of health and leading health indicators. In units 2 and 3, you're going to cover each of the 5 social determinants of health. And in unit 4, you're going to finish up your projects and share them with each other and then complete a couple assignments on those projects. So in case you've never taken an online class, I want to share with you some important things to consider if you're going to pass the class or do well in the class. Sometimes people take an online class that's asynchronous and they figure, well, I'll just do whatever, whenever. But this class has due dates, and it's important that you prepare yourself to submit your work on time. So what you should do is you should really consider setting up a time to work on this class every week that it's set up just as if you were attending a face-to-face class. So you might say, I'm going to work on this class Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, or I'm going to work on this class every Sunday from 12 to 5. It doesn't matter what you choose as long as you focus on the fact that you have committed time to this class. And you can choose, because it's an asynchronous class, you can choose to make that time whatever works for you. If you want to work on it from 12 to 2 a.m. every night, that's up to you. But it's critical that you stay on some type of schedule, and that will help you stay on top of all of your assignments. The other thing is to make sure if you have problems that you contact me as soon as possible. If something happens, even if what happened is that you miscalculated the amount of time it was going to take to do an assignment, or you had to pick up extra shifts at work, if you need an extension on assignment or you have other issues you need to address, please email me at least 2 days before an assignment is due. I almost always say yes to requested extensions, but that's something I'd like you to keep in mind as we move through the class. Make sure you're using some type of style for your papers. So in health, we use APA, but because there's lots of different majors in this class, if you do not use APA in your major, then you need to make sure you always tell me what you're using, whether it's Chicago, MLA, or something else. I used to always recommend Purdue Al, but actually Towson's library site has gotten much better. It's citation, and I actually have provided you for a link for that in Blackboard and in the syllabus. Make sure you check your spelling and grammar. This is a college course, and I do expect you to write at a college level. Make sure you proof your papers before you submit them and follow the directions given. There are several papers throughout the semester. Actually, I'd like to say every assignment throughout the semester is designed to help you do well on your final project. So you need to pay attention to the feedback you're given and utilize that feedback as you're working on your final project. So I just want to welcome you again to Health 219. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Women's health is my passion. And I'm hoping that we work well together, and I'm wishing you a great success this semester as we work in Health 219.